Jared at JTech, and today we're going to be going over how to turn rotors and check to see if rotors need to be turned or replaced. Okay guys, we'll be using the micrometer today to measure the rotor thickness. The brake caliper, just let that be. But we're going to take this and we're going to take it over the disc. We're going to put it down a decent bit and we're going to pull it off. And this is an inch micrometer, so all the way up here it's like under an inch, and the specs for this particular rotor for this type of vehicle is an inch is the minimum that it can be. So automatically we already know that it needs to be replaced. There's no turning it, there's no anything doing it. It needs to be replaced. And that's how you use the micrometer to measure the rotor diff. Okay guys, today we're checking to see if the brake rotor needs to be turned. As you can tell, we have our little meter. We gotta zero it out. The way this works is it sits onto the rotor and tells you how deep the holes are. We just turned the rotor, so there's not going to be that many holes, but this tells you how deep you need to turn it. You attach it here, the snake tightens up, and you have to put the pin on the rotor and spin the rotor for it to work. Okay guys, this is what we call the Pro Cut. It is something that turns the rotors while it's on the vehicle. As you can tell, we had to take the brake caliper off, the brake pads, stuff like that. We took the tire off, and this adapter you have to look up on procut.com or on a mobile app on your phone to look to see what adapter you have to use for what vehicle. And then this machine is how we cut it. So we're gonna set it up. We're gonna push it to it, pull it up just a little bit to where it's even up. Ow. When you're doing this, it's preferred to have 2 people helping you, because it is difficult at times. So I'm gonna call my buddy Chris over here. Alright, see, it was a lot easier with 2 people. So we went ahead and lined that up. Not yet. Next, these dials over here are controlled by this lever right here. You see it's going in and out slowly. But we're making sure that the cutters itself are away from the rotor. We're going to put it in. Move that back a little bit. We'll turn the rotor. Oh, never mind. Loosen this up. My bad. And then it comes out. Tighten it back down. And tighten this down. So now you got it set up to start running. So now we're gonna plug it in. The screen down here, you gotta wait till it says ready. It says ready and it's got the blinking light. So we're gonna click. Or no, first we're going to turn it on, let it spin, and then we're going to click start. Now it's adjusting to the rotor itself, and it's going to tell you how much you need to cut for the rotor. Sometimes it don't take that long, but other times, depending on how bad your rotor is, it will take forever. Okay guys, I stopped the video to let it do its thing. So now you see the green is popped up on ready to cut, and it says 0.5. That's how much it wants you to cut, but we're not gonna cut that much. So we're gonna come back over here, we're gonna loosen this up. Or first we're gonna zero it out. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but there's a line right here, and it zeroes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on both sides. This side's already like that. Now we're gonna take it out just a little bit, and we're gonna bring it in. And you're gonna loosen this and bring this in. Bring it into where it's just touching a little bit, and you go a little bit further, so you know you're cutting into the rotor. And we're going to do the same thing for this side. Then we're going to go in a little bit more and lock it down. I believe that side is cutting. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay, so that means we're going to come back over here. We're going to go here. We're going to bring it in. To about right there. And then we're going to push this in. And it's automatically spinning. All I did was I pushed it in, and it started spinning, and it's slowly moving this backwards. And that's how you do the Pro Cut on the vehicle. Okay guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Amco machine, which is a brake cutter, a brake rotor cutter, my bad. These are all the tools that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 spacers. For this particular one, this may vary on the rotor. You're going to need your lock, which this is reverse thread. So instead of righty tighty, it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. Try saying that 3 times. This is the tool to lock your locking mechanism into place. As you can see, you put it in here and it locks down. We're not going to do that. I'll show you how to do that whenever we set everything up. This is the rotor we're going to be cutting. You see how it's got a little bit of edge in it, so we're going to try to shim that off. This is called a silencer. You take it and you bring it on and bring it off. That's how you do that. This is called a back plate that we put on the back of the rotor. Make sure you put that somewhat in there semi-evenly, or as you can tell, it's going to do like that. So I'm going to tap it in there a little bit and perfectly fine. Now before you clean rotors, you're supposed to clean, sandpaper the front of it, and make sure it's all clean, make sure most of the rust is off of it. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to try to set it up. Now first, we put the back plate into it. So now we're going to put that one on first. That one's on there. Next, we have the locking mechanism that we have to put on there. So we're going to grab it. We're going to grab the spacers and the nut for it. We put this one on. Cameraman, turn on the light. Fatter spacers, always to the back. It always helps it out. Now we're going to lock this down. It's locked down and that's not going anywhere. Now you can tell that this part's not really threaded. Only this side is. So depending on how much space you have here, you have to put it on backwards so you can actually grip it and say it's tight instead of just hand tightening it. Now we're gonna tighten that nut down. If you got to, give it a couple turns, or you can use your locking tool and do it like that. One thing that I did mention that we did not do is put the silencer on, so we're gonna go ahead and put that on now. The way you do that is you grab it, you put it around the rotor. Oh, you gotta put it around the rotor without it slipping off. Like this, and then stretch it. It is a stretchy band, so you can stretch it pretty far. So we're gonna stretch it, we're gonna lock it on there. Now you gotta make sure it's even with the rotor so it's not gonna cut the band when you cut it. Okay, now that that's into place, I'm gonna turn it on to make sure that the rotor isn't wobbling as you turn it. It's not, so we're gonna unlock these and we'll bring these back a little bit from the last person who cut it. Now we're gonna bring this to the center. Just about there. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it in. Ooh, I'll do this side first so you can see it. We're gonna bring this side in just to where it just touches like that. And you're gonna lock it down. Same thing with this side. Bring it in where it just touches, and then you're done. So now we're gonna, this is how you move it back and forth, so we're gonna move it in as far as you can until so you can get as much rust off as you can. We're gonna bring it in like that, and then, so now we're gonna unlock these a little bit. But first we gotta center them out. Center them both. Next we're gonna bring it in. We're only gonna do one on this rotor on both sides, so it makes an even, nice and even cut. We only did one. Now that it's turned, now it's ready to go. We're gonna do a fast charge, fast. On this, as you can see, it's spinning faster. On a slow one, which is you pick it up and push it back, it does it a lot slower, but it's more precise whenever you do a slow cut. And that's how you use the info brake fluid.